Long ago, beyond a winding dirt road and fields of golden wheat, there stood a village called Sundarpur. It was not marked on any map, yet it held stories deeper than rivers and lessons older than mountains. Life there was simple, but never easy. People rose before sunrise, worked until their hands ached, and slept with worries resting beside them like silent companions. At the far edge of the village lived an elderly man named Devraj. His small mud house stood alone, just where the village met the forest. Every evening, as darkness fell, a single oil lamp glowed in his window. Travelers often noticed it and said, "As long as that lamp burns, this village will never lose its way." Devraj was old, older than most could remember. His back was bent, his beard white as winter fog, and his hands trembled slightly when he poured tea. But his eyes were sharp and calm, carrying a quiet certainty, as if he had already seen the end of every storm. Many villagers wondered how he remained so peaceful. Devraj had lost everything that usually defines a man, his wife to illness, his sons to distant lands, his wealth to floods long ago. Yet he never complained. When asked how he endured so much loss, he simply said, "Pain is inevitable. Misery is a choice." One year, hardship struck Sundarpur harder than ever before. The rains failed, wells dried up, and crops withered before harvest. Hunger crept into homes, and fear settled into hearts. People argued more, prayed louder, and slept less. Hope became fragile, like a cracked clay pot. Among them was Aman, a young man with big dreams and restless thoughts. He had recently married and feared he could not protect his family from the coming hunger. Every day, he imagined disaster, his fields failing, his wife crying, his future collapsing. His mind became a prison of what-ifs. One night, unable to sleep, Aman walked toward the forest and noticed Devraj's lamp still burning. Something pulled him toward that light. "Why is your lamp always lit?" Aman asked bitterly. "Don't you fear darkness, hunger, or tomorrow?" Devraj smiled and handed him a cup of warm water. "Sit," he said. "Tell me, does worrying about tomorrow fill your stomach today?" Aman fell silent. Devraj continued, "When my house was washed away in the flood, I stood where it once stood and cried. Then I noticed something, the ground was still beneath my feet. The sky was still above me. I was still alive. That was enough to begin again. But what if everything fails?" Aman asked. Devraj gently adjusted the lamp's wick. "Then you will still have your breath, your hands, and your will. A man is not defeated when he loses. He is defeated when he believes loss is the end." That night, Aman returned home calmer. The next morning, instead of despairing, he began working differently. He shared seeds with neighbors, repaired canals together, and helped others before helping himself. Slowly, others followed. Unity replaced fear. Weeks later, unexpected rains came, not heavy, but enough. Crops survived. Livestock lived. The village endured. Years passed. Aman grew into a leader. When Devraj's lamp finally went dark one quiet night, the village mourned deeply. But something strange happened. Lamps began appearing in other windows. One by one, homes lit small flames at dusk. The village no longer depended on one light. They had learned the lesson Devraj lived by. Darkness is powerful. But a steady mind is stronger. Hope does not remove hardship. It teaches us how to walk through it. And so, Sundarpur lived on, not because it never faced trouble, but because it never stopped believing that light, once lit within, can never truly be extinguished.